So everyone tells you, build an email list, build an email list. You need an email list. Why? Why do you need an email list? Like, isn't everybody getting tired of having all this stuff and junk in their inbox? The answer is no, you need an email list. And I want you to think about that as an asset. That's your gold mine. I'm Mary Bicknell. I am a success and business consultant for service-based business women, therapists, coaches, consultants, women who've had success and are ready for the next level. So today we're talking all things email list. Why do you need an email list? I want to give you 10 ways to be able to build your email list. And what's the number one thing to make sure that you do so that it's a no-brainer that the freebie thing that you're going to offer actually leads to clients working with you, right? So let's start with some of the mistakes. This is a couple of the biggest mistakes, right? Number one is people create their free. So what is an email list? First of all, in case you're like, well, I don't know. I've never really thought about an email list. An email list is really the thing that you've probably done and you've subscribed to somebody's newsletter, you've wanted to download the freebie thing, whether it's an ebook or a video or an how-to or a quiz. You've downloaded something, you've been offered something, and in exchange, you've given somebody your email, and now you're on their email list. So the reason that an email list is of such high value and is literally your number one priority when you are growing, expanding, building, deciding that you want to be all in and make money and create connection, is it allows you to show up in somebody's inbox every week or twice a week or 3 times a week or twice a month, etc. Why is that so important? Well, this is why. One of the things I teach my clients is to have omnipresence. What does that mean? It means you need to be everywhere, my friend. You need to be everywhere. And I like to think about this as really omnipresent, meaning you need to be like, oh my God, you're in my inbox. Oh my God, you're on social. Oh my gosh, there's Mary. Oh. Why is that? Because the truth of the matter is your ideal client may not be ready to buy right now. She may not be ready today to actually say yes, even though she's got a problem. And if you aren't consistently showing up and communicating with her and building that relationship with her and offering her value, and that moment she has like, good God, I need to solve this problem. And you're not like right there, guess what? Sally Jane over there who's selling something kind of similar to you is going to have a new client if she's been communicating with your potential client. Nothing's worse than to get a client on the phone and she's like, oh, I signed up for that recently, or oh, I wish I would have known about that. Or you post a great idea, maybe a YouTube video, or you send out your freebie offer for building the email. And she says, I wish I would have known. No. So my friend, make a decision right now. Ready? Decide right now how many people you want on your email list, by when, how are you going to do it? Here's a couple ways. Ready? Well, first, let's talk about what should you even offer? How do you even entice someone to get on your email list? Here's a couple things. The very first thing I always want my clients to think about is like, what have you signed up for? Probably the thing that attracted you to sign up and give your name and your email to somebody is something probably similar that you could offer. For example, if you signed up for a quiz because you love taking a quiz, maybe designing a quiz that would lead to working with you is the answer. Maybe you saw a great video and the woman gave great tips just like this one. Comment below, by the way. Comment below. What are some other topics you want some support with in your business? So what exactly have you signed up for? Because more than likely, it will be fun then for you to create your freebie to have people sign up on your email list. So videos, workshops, freebies, downloads, checklists, quizzes. Let me tell you what not to do. Ready? Don't make it too big or too small. Now, I know this is the really challenging piece of the puzzle here. How do I add value and have that person get that in their inbox when they've joined my email list and they've downloaded that thing that you've created, and they get enough value that they think, oh my God, I want to stay on her email list and hear more, receive more value, communicate, be in relationship, learn more. So the key is not too much, not too little. Let me give you an example of what's too much. If you look at everything about like this, what is a win she can have? What is a win? Now, I know you're an over deliverer, right? You're an over deliverer and you're probably like, well, I want to do this and I'm going to give her this. And you're thinking, I'm going to give her this 29-page PDF and I'm going to give her this 14 question, how-to thing. That's too much. This is how I know that. When we overwhelm, you've lost the sale. If you overwhelm someone, honestly, with your freebie, you think you're giving so much value, and I totally understand that you want to. And I know it's probably what you're giving, it's probably kind of easy for you. And you're like, well, of course everybody knows this. These 14 questions, like I ask myself every morning, these 14 questions. For Sally Jane, new person to your world, 14 questions, Jesus, she may never even ask herself a question in the last year. You're wanting to over deliver. You're wanting to give a lot because it comes easily for you. Let me really hear me. When you over deliver on your free stuff, what happens is she thinks this, oh my God, if I can't even do that with her free stuff, I could never hire her. I could never sign up for her program because there's no way I could ever accomplish it because God, I can't even do the free stuff. Have you thought about it that way before? Makes a big difference, doesn't it? So we want to give people just enough where they have a win, but they also they're tasting it and they want more. They want more. So for example, you might think, oh, I want to give a 3-part video series, or sure, if you want to do that, that's not a problem. So make it short. Don't do 3 1-hour somethings. Right? And this is when you're building your email list and you're given a freebie. There's all kinds of other strategies where maybe it makes sense to do 3 1-hour workshops because maybe you're selling into a high level thing. We're talking about just building your email list with a freebie. So you want someone to have a win. So if they have a checklist, let's just say you have a checklist. Maybe you're a health coach and you've got a checklist and it's like, best proteins in your cupboard, or, the 10 things not to eat, or, those kind of things. Like, here's how to look inside your own kitchen to know what's healthy. And then you want to share a little bit about you. Hey, I'm Sally Joe, health coach, and I decided to be a health coach because I turned 50 and I was fat, and I want to help all 50-year-old fat women feel better. All right, I'm tongue in cheek. I'm always direct. I'm always just pushing the limit a little bit to get you to think. Maybe you're a relationship consultant or coach or therapist, and you want to give people how to not argue. Here's a way to communicate effectively in 3 simple sentences, right? Let people practice something and get a win. One of the things that I've given away is the Getting Started Guide for therapists who want to coach. I'll put the link below in case you want to see it. And what it is it's 10 questions that people ask all the time. So I have it in a PDF and I got a video answering those questions. Really, people are just listening to that. Then they can decide to take a step further. So how can you get people? No, how can you make an offer to people to have them join your email list? Let me tell you a couple places. Ready? Facebook. Obviously, we got Facebook ads, we got Facebook groups, we have Facebook stories, we have your personal page, we have your business page, we have guest posts. Have you gone into other Facebook groups? There's people in the other Facebook groups that allow you to market. Do you put a link in there to create for the link that goes to your freebie? That's an option. What about all other social? Instagram, IGTV, what's the hashtag? What about LinkedIn? Are you in any groups in LinkedIn? Have you gotten on any podcasts? See, if you got on a podcast and you talk about your methodology, and you could say, hey, and then I've got this guide, this quiz, this, that, and here it is. Here's the link. Okay. So those are a couple of ways that you can, obviously ads, but all these other ways, put it in your signature line. send it out to people. Ask your friends to share it. Ask other people to share it. Ask people when they sign up for it, hey, who do you know that you would love to send this to? Here's the link. Invite people into your free, to a free Facebook group, right? Invite people into a free Facebook group. And right in there, you can, on the questions when people enter in to get into your free Facebook group that you've been saying, hey, join my group, you can offer them your freebie and have them join your email list. What about being a guest panelist? What about you? Here's a really big one, and I'll do a whole video on this, another training. What about you being the host of an expert panel, positioning yourself as the authority and inviting 10 people that you're going to interview? All of those 10 people will be sending out, hey, I'm going to be on this guest panel thing to their audience, and all of that, their audience will then join your email list. That's juicy. I've done that twice. Both times added over 1,000 people, and each one of those times that day, over $10,000 in business came from both of those events. And so that's like being all in. So there's so many amazing ways to build your email list. And here's your last tip. Ready? What do you offer is based on what freebie you give. This is the big secret here, is directly taken out of your main offer. Yeah, that's right. I said that. What your freebie is going to be something that's juicy inside your main offer. Why is that? Here's why. It will make logical sense when you make an offer. It will make logical sense when somebody joins your email list based on a freebie, and you take some of the context, build a freebie out of your main offer, your main coaching offer, your program, those kind of things. So then as you're walking people through your email sequencing, which is really key, make sure you have a follow-up system there. And then you say, hey, by the way, I've got this group program, and here's one of the things that we learned in it, exactly the freebie that you got. Don't be afraid to give away things that people will pay for. Don't be afraid to give away some of your best stuff. So I'd love to hear how all of these tips, make sure you go back and listen to it again. Lots of juicy tips in here. Put a comment below, which is your favorite tip? So I wanted to also invite you to join my free Facebook group. The link is below. And if you're ready to truly create a business that funds the lifestyle that you want, then let's have a conversation. Let's talk about having a blind spot business breakthrough. Let's talk about having an elevation business call. And what I promise you this, I guarantee that you will have an aha, so you will be able to see the very thing that's in the way of you elevating your business. We will come up with an exact next step plan for you. And if we're a fit, we'll talk about what it would look like working together. So I'm Mary Bicknell, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you soon. Bye.